All right, good morning and happy February the 22nd. It is Thursday morning. We actually have news today. We had news just a minute ago. Let's see, 7:44 right now. So news was at 7:30. We did get, looks like a little bit of a reaction. So that's, not a big reaction, a little reaction. All right, to kick things off this morning, few notes and thoughts on yesterday. So yesterday was a losing day, which is fine. You're gonna have, it's not unexpected to have losing days. Especially in my TopStep accounts, I had 6 winning days in a row. So a losing day is, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 7, ain't bad. However, the way that I lost was bad. My trading yesterday was just garbage, and really the day before. This week's just been, I don't know. I'm like off my, my rhythm's just not there, or hasn't been. So we're gonna really kind of slow down, and I like that one. We're gonna kind of slow down. The objective today is to almost not trade, right? Wait till, just gotta wait for those perfect steps. Now we do have, I got some evaluation accounts we're working with. We got one TopStep eval account, and Apex is doing a 90% off sale. Yay. So we picked up 4 Apex accounts. They're also doing the 1 day to pass through, they said 4 days. So I don't know if that is like business days. I don't think it is, right? So 4 days would be basically today and tomorrow. We should have, yeah, this is beautiful. Look at this. Create a fair value gap. Boom, boom, off the news. Let's see if it comes up here. We're just gonna watch. So we've got 4 Apex evaluation accounts, 1 TopStep evaluation account. So that's 5 evaluations. So we'll use those for being a little more, if we want to be a little more risky, have a little fun with those. But the funded accounts, the funded Apex accounts. Oh, that's the other thing, is I lost one of my funded Apex accounts yesterday because I wasn't watching my trailing drawdown. I was so used to trading Apex that doesn't have that it didn't even cross my mind. So when I set my stop loss, I thought I was fine, and I wasn't. So that's okay. I still have 2, so that's good. But so anyway, slow and steady. There's news today, which is good. There'll be some price movement. We've got the 7:30 news was just mentioned. Of course, all my times are Central Time. We've got PMI at 8:45. We've got home sales at 9. We've got now it looks like we do have oil inventory at 10 o'clock as well. So that will affect our oil trades. We'll have to keep that in mind. It's a day late because of the Monday holiday this week. Okay. So let's see. I'll give it just a second here, and then we'll do our little analysis and see where we stand with everything. The news didn't really. We got one big newsy candle, and then after that, oh, this is a 30-second chart. In the world, I thought it looked kind of weird. I guess get rid of these. Didn't even notice that was a 30-second chart. Yeah, so the one candle, at the news was kind of big, but that was it. Didn't really do a lot else. So we'll zoom out here in just a second and see see how that looks like within the context of everything else that's going on. Just give me just a 2 second. I'm gonna. Just give me just a 2 second. I'm gonna. All right. All right, let's start fresh. We're going to start fresh. Alrighty. Let's get rid of all these lines too. All right, daily. We coming back down? What we got? Whoa, gap up. Oh my goodness. All right, this is actually really good news. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I mean, look at the day yesterday. That day yesterday, that daily candle tells you that was a kind of probably not a great day to trade. I mean, it did have quite a range. Boy, if you're on the wrong side of any of that. That's the biggest disappointment about yesterday is one of the things I really need to get better about is recognizing when it's just a trash market, right? So the one thing that's kind of interesting here, though, is we have this very, very clear uptrend, right? There, which we definitely broke. So we broke this uptrend. Is this just a little fake out move? We came back down into this volume imbalance here. Basically, tweaked below it and then boom, shot right back up. So looks like we're maybe we're headed back up. Headed back up, maybe. If somebody can tell me, and I wish I knew, why Ninja defaults every time I go to the daily, and then I go back to a smaller time frame, it defaults to 5 days, and that's really annoying. Okay. 4-hour chart. All right, 4-hour chart. Yeah, look at a strong push up, man. Last night, there's just like, whew. And I saw a couple people post last night that they made a lot of money in this like late afternoon push up here. I never am watching, but I mean that's a pretty dramatic push up. I mean, it hasn't stopped, right? Let's see. Looks like we're up into here on the 4-hour. And this is a strong push down that initiated this drop for 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And now we've ripped back up into it. So that's worth noting. Do we hold below or do we just pop through? 1-hour chart. Let's see. All right, so this initial fair value gap on the 1-hour chart, which held here, broke here. You know, now is it going to push up into this one? Obviously, we created all these openings coming up. Like all these fair value gaps we created coming down, like this one here, right? And this was during normal trading on this day, on the 20th. I think. Yeah. What day was what day was Monday? What was the holiday? Monday was the 19th. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, all these fair value gaps we created on the way down just got blew through. I mean, right? We created it, we held it, we dropped. We created it, We held it twice, we dropped. And then on the way back up, we didn't care. Whew, fly through everything. That is interesting. Seems fairly bullish to me at the moment. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. 15, 15. All right, 15-minute. Gosh, I mean, just huge push up, and now we've just kind of been sideways here since 2:15. So big push in London, decent push in Asia. Where's my ruler? So there to about there. 120. I mean, big moves. Oof. Talking 100-point moves in each session. So that's we'll see. That may not bode well for us here in the New York session. May end up not being quite as exciting as they were over there. All right, so I think it's worth noting this guy here, which we're holding. Created this high, we popped up here, came back down. Now we're actually holding below here, so again, we're just in the middle of zones. I hate being in the middle of zones. Well, that's where we're at, so whatever. Again, today's about being patient. Less is more. I overtraded way too much yesterday, way too much the day before. So I got to break those bad habits. Which ironically, those are bad habits produced when I successfully, pass these evaluation accounts in a day, right? High risk, high reward stuff works great for getting evaluations passed quickly. Not so much when you're looking for long-term success, I think. Okay. All right, so I think on the 15-minute, I mean, obviously, let's draw out some liquidity. So we got liquidity up here. And our liquidity down here. This is where we tapped this zone and then took off. So we do have stuff lower. We got this one here, this one here. Maybe I'll draw this guy down here just in case. Let's see. Where does this line up in this fair value gap? 50% mark? Look at that. Not quite exactly, but I might not have it drawn exactly right. Came basically back down to the 50% of this and then pushed up. So that's a good sign. We'll see if that holds. It looks like we're pushing up. If we were to push up and break this, I would like that better. It's not very far away though, 20 points. That's pretty tight range. What do we have above this? Not a lot, right? This comes way over here from the 16th. Then we're looking at kind of like getting back into our all-time highs territory. I mean, there's a pretty sizable, I won't mark it out, but there's a pretty sizable fair value gap that's created on this drop here. Right? So that's good. So we have liquidity inside of a fair value gap, towards the bottom of the fair value gap. So that's good if we start to reach up there, right? We'll see. All right. I think that's enough of that. always screws up my charts when we have big moves. It's like can't see the candles we're looking at now. All right. All right, someone asked in the chat, do you have a statement or live win-loss record? No, I do not. I show my P&L every day, for what I've done. But I don't track my win-loss record that closely, so just don't have it. I mean, I will tell you, don't listen to me, right? I'm still figuring all this stuff out. So I don't want you to think I'm an expert. I'm not. But we have had some success recently, so we're trying to build on that. All right, let's take a look at oil real fast because oil is opening right now. So we are way down in oil. Well, sort of. We're down today. We're just back down. Oil's in this, I don't know, oil's weird. Just been like up and down. It's this roller coaster ride, and it's been really choppy the last week or so, which, I mean, it's still kind of doing oil things, but it's just been kind of herky jerky, and I don't really, not really sure why. It's required more patience for things to the fundamental, rules that we follow still work, but a lot of times it just takes more to get there. Like if we look at yesterday, let's look at yesterday. I just have to go through this to remind myself what we had. I mean, we have our open range. We got the overnight open yesterday that was kind of in the way, but we have our lines. So I mean, if you look at this, we come down, we come up, we come down, we test the line, and we rocket off of it, right? But it's, it goes up, it comes back down. I mean, it takes, you got in here at 6:33 or 8:33. Whew. It doesn't really kind of break out until, 10, 12 minutes later. So you just have to be more patient. You got to be willing to let it kind of pull back a little bit before it goes up, because that's just what it's going to do. So just this choppy, I mean, it's still kind of moving where, you'd expect it to move. It just doesn't get there as cleanly as we would like it to, which is fine. Just, just have to be aware of the temperament of the instrument you're following. So we're way down here in no man's land. So again, oil inventory today, we're going to be cautious on oil. In fact, let's do a line. What time? I was thinking oil inventory was normally at 9:30 my time. Maybe not. Got it at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock Central, so I'm going to put a line up just... Actually, I'm going to put it up early so that I see it. So if it's at 10, I'm going to put it up here at 9:50. That's just my reminder line that there's news coming that I do not want to be part of. So we'll see if anything sets up before then or not. Really, this first hour will kind of be probably what we'll watch. All right, back to NQ. All right, what do we want to do here? Let's start off. I got to get my trade copier set up. It's like a gloomy, rainy day over here, and I've been kind of slow this morning. I'm a little bit behind. All right, trade copier, what are we trading today? We are trading NQ March contracts. Here, should I do this over here? So, express. Kind of annoying. Boom. So 41 is going to be the leader. We'll just copy to that one. And then oil is April. No, this is the, let's see, 41 is the leader. April oil. Express, there we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off trading our TopStep accounts, which took a hit yesterday. Very sad day for them. So we're back down to one contract in those guys. We gotta dial it back a little bit. Dial it back. So we were looking to potentially take a withdrawal from those accounts at the end of the week, but after the loss yesterday, we'll probably wait till next week. Want to build that balance back up a little bit before we do. All right, well, nothing going on, right? We got sideways, sideways, sideways. I'm going to mark this guy off. And then really all I'm looking for, can't really do anything until one of these levels is broken. I mean, that's it. So there could be a lot of just waiting around today. It might be a boring day. I don't know. If something sets up that's I think looks good but might be a little riskier, I might swap over to my the other evaluation account I started yesterday. This guy here. But we're going to practice patience today and see how that goes. So I guess in light of transparency, we could show our oh gosh, this does surprise me. Ooh, ooh, there we go. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna do the let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna pop up rhythmic. Should we show where we're at on rhythmic? All right, where are you at here? There it is, trader dashboard. All right, so here's my rhythmic. So I got my 2 express accounts, current account balance. You can see we took a big hit, so we dropped down to 11 and 1500. So that's where we're at. And then I've got these 2 are blown. They're canceled. They just, I don't think, I know Apex will let you remove them from the dashboard, but I don't see that option on TopStep, so they're just sort of sitting there. And then we took a full loss in this account yesterday too. So I got some work to do there. So again, just bad day yesterday, but that's where the P&L is for TopStep. If anybody's interested. All right, well, we're dropping down. All right, so again, we're just waiting. You know, I think our bias, obviously, after huge push up. So we're definitely bullish on the day, waiting for this to break. Be pretty nice if we came down here, got a nice inversion for a long. That would be pretty. But we'll see what happens when we get down here. Kind of looks like we're wanting to come down here. Gonna want to mark out this just so I can see where the 50% of this wick is, just for curiosity's sake. All right, let's take a look at oil, because after NQ hits that low there, we'll come back to it. But we're getting close to closing up this opening range in oil. It's kind of melting down. Yep, there we go. We hit. This is kind of interesting. We've got these. We stair stepped up here. So kind of curious to see if we pull back down to here and to here. Could happen. I mean, we're falling back into the London range, which was just massive, right? So huge London range, huge Asia range, probably less exciting in the New York Open and the New York session, unfortunately. But maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, we're popping off that level. Got a little inversion going on. I don't like how it pushed up too much. Well, I guess 7.5 points. All right, so these aren't huge candles, so it's a little deceiving. A little deceiving. I mean, this might not have been a bad inversion to take. I mean, that was a pretty strong push off of it, so we'll see. All right, well, I do kind of like that. All right. We're going to give this one a shot. Going to keep a tight stop on it, though, because if we come back down, like this, that's all right. I mean, I'm really super nervous on those because, I mean, realistically, you would want to have your stop below here, right? Because if this fails, then yeah, we're going down. But see, we can coming right back into it, so it'd just be a pullback to continue down, which is fine. Let's see. What's everything else doing? All right, so ES is trailing up. YM's back here at the top. What time is it? 19. So the next news is at, what did I say? 9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Home sales. PMI composite flash report at 8:45. We got time. Let's get rid of these guys. Well, look at oil. Oil's just going sideways. Sideways, sideways, sideways. So, well, we're just going to sit around and wait for a potential break of the range. I say we, I mean I am going to wait for that. Doesn't look too ready to go anywhere quite yet, so we'll wait and see. Trying to gauge if I think this is getting ready to leg back down again. I mean, we've got I don't know. Maybe not. Just got to think if we had taken this inversion here. If you took this inversion here and you had your stop below the low, which is, you know, probably what you would really want to do, which is 10 points. That's not like horrible. You'd still be in this, right? Be in drawdown, obviously, but we'd still be in it. So kind of curious. See how this plays out. The fact that we came back below it, but now we're pushing back up. Just wait and see. How much do I risk per trade? So right now I'm only trading one contract, one mini, and typically 10 points is what I like to, what I'm sort of comfortable risking, right? So that's $200. So that's really what I'm looking for. Risking 200 and then, you know, risking 10 points to make 15 is what I have my ATM strategy set up at. There's nothing scientific about that. The $200 mark is just kind of what I'm comfortable with. If I lose that, then, you know, it doesn't bother me too bad. All right, well, it looks like maybe we do want to come down. Yep, there it goes. Boom. All right, so that would have been a stop out on that. So that's good that we didn't get into it. Or that we stopped out early, I guess is really what it was. Hello. What in the world is going on? Whoop. Didn't like being down there much. All right, let's wait and see. Oil. What is oil doing? All right, so we have a breakout of the open range up to our red line. Strong breakout. Overnight open is 50-ish ticks away, so that's close enough that it could be a magnet. So we will keep that in mind. I do kind of like this pull below and then this rip back up. What would be added? What would be added confluence here? Line. Let's see if we hold our red line. Super small open range, I think. 28 ticks, so that's tiny. And it's just gonna run. All right, well, we're just gonna let that run. Nothing we can do with that. So seems like NQ is still trying to kind of decide what it wants to do. We got the open in 2 minutes. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna rock it up or rock it down? Coming up into this 5-minute fair value gap here. What is ES doing? Yeah, ES is, so that's kind of interesting. ES looks like it's dropping while NQ's coming up. So, you know what? I'm feeling risky. So we're going to go into eval mode. Going to go to eval mode and see what happens at open. Jeez, just running now. 2 seconds, 1 second. Woof. Oh my gosh. Ripping up. What did ES do? Can't really tell here. coming down. All right, popped up above that. All right. This is probably really dumb, but we're gonna try it anyway. No, no. So that's my dumb trade of the day. Still think we come down though. Oh, did I hit my loss limit? I hate this daily loss limit on TopStep. Oh, I did. 5 accounts did it. I got to switch in my mind between. Oh, now it comes down. See, we knew it was going to. All right, we're gonna jump back over to our regular accounts. 41. Another stop out. Oh. All right, let's reevaluate here. Where are we at? Are we done for the day? Are we done for the day? Not yet. We got one more trade. All right. They're just stuck in no man's land. $22 candles. I mean, we're coming down to here. My entry spots just aren't great. Right. All right, we're going to give it one more shot. Oh, just whippy whippy. Just a waiting game. All right, let's look at CL real fast. What do I see? Yeah, I think so we are reaching, it looks like, for the overnight open up here. Be really nice if we don't get it, we get across our lines, we come back for a test of the gold line and then go up for it. That'd be nice. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen though. I mean, we're pretty close, I think, right now. Where are we at? 10, 11 away? Yeah, that's close. No, I want to erase that. Yeah, just the kind of sideways action we were expecting after the big move overnight and this morning. So this is a 30-second inversion right here. If we come back down into it, I might be interested, but man, and it just runs. Look at that. That's nice. think this is London high right here, right? Oops. London high. Come on down. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm done in those accounts today. Boy, we just cannot win. Okay, we're going to switch over to... I should have been more patient waiting for it to come down here. Let's see how this plays out. I was taking this inversion late, very, very late. Waited for a pullback here. Targeting up here. Right. Problem is my stop was too tight. We come down here, I get stopped out. So let's see if this holds or if we come back down. In the meantime, I'm going to switch my accounts. We look at CL. We got the overnight open on CL. Where's CL? There it is. Yeah, so we hit the overnight open in CL. Reach for it. Just didn't get an entry here, right? There was no pullback. There was no anything. It just broke through and went. So that's all right. We're on the 30-second on NQ. Yeah, let's go back to the 1 minute. I mean, this is just kind of, we're just chopping around. So I'm going to move this line over here because that was open, the high from the open. So now we're just waiting for one of these extremes to do something. So there's no real good entry once we broke this low, other than that 30-second we just looked at, which is just really noisy and didn't really work. Still seem to be pushing up, but nothing to do here. I'm going to switch over to, let's see. All right, so I hit my max loss I allow myself on my TopStep account. So we're just going to, I think we're going to go to eval mode. So I'm going to cut my TopStep connection right now. And let's go to Apex. So I'll probably come back this afternoon. If price action is just, if it just does this and goes sideways all morning, then afternoon should be a little bit better. So we might come back in the afternoon and see if we can take one more trade, and but we'll wait and see. I don't know why Apex takes so long to connect. TopStep's like immediate. Apex is like, it's got to think about it for a while. There we go. So I'm going to give it 15 more minutes. If we're just kind of in this range, I'll probably cut it. I'll probably step away. Oh, well, here we go. We're going to get it now. It's going to fly up. All right. So now our bullish bias is, I'm going to say it's confirmed, but feel much better about it now. All right, and we're just going to go straight up evaluation mode here. All right, so we're just evaluation mode. We're gonna see if we can build into this thing. The thing that makes Apex tricky here is the trailing drawdown. But so far, so good. Kind of annoying my sell stops are separated. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. Wish I could do this in a real account. Yeesh. All right, we'll take that. That's 2250. That eval. Wait and see. So we need an extra. What do we need? Actually, I should open my. All right, so we just need another $870 in that account. That's pretty good. So let's do some math. Let's call it let's see. Let's call it $800. So 800 divided by 20 divided by 5. 8 points. 8 points on 5 contracts times 4 is 32. So we're going to edit this to 32. Don't really need that much. Nice pullback here. We ran that high. Now we're coming back down. Let's see what we got. See if this original fair value gap holds or if it. Ooh, ripping back down. Here's your macro, right? 850 to 910. All right, we'll probably short this if it closes below it. We'll give it a try again. Evaluation mode. All right, we're gonna try this. See if we can't. Hopefully, we don't lose all our winning from earlier. Give it a little bit here. It's only got to pull down a few points for us, but clearly it's not wanting to do that. No, gave it all back. Not all of it. We're still up $700. What do the other time frames look like? 2 minute. I don't know. Still like the short here because we're still inside the macro time. We got a strong pullback. So either we're, we did tap the OT here to go long. So that's something. We're still inside this fair value. Oops. This initial fair value gap off this strong push. It's violated down, but then we rip straight back up. We've got multiple fair value gaps coming back down here, right? I don't know. I still like the short here more than a long, but we're definitely hesitating right here. Definitely hesitating. Oh yeah, we have news right now, don't we? Maybe that's what we were waiting for. Hmm. 2 and the 3 minute is like the same. Oh, see if we get a close up there. Come on. I'm going to do 2 because I don't know where my trailing drawdown's at, and I don't want to lose the count over trail. The trail, that would just be annoying. Close above. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Nope, it's not going to. Yeesh. Just working. It's working. We inverted this original one. Yeah, just too many of those here. Waiting, waiting, waiting. All right, guys. You know what? I'm going to end the stream there. This is just like chopping around, doing nothing. So I'm probably going to take a break and come back later and see what we get. So, kind of a sad start to the day, but we'll hopefully the afternoon will maybe give us something more interesting to work with. So, Well, that's it for